What happened has happened, and it's there written. You can't come and through social media, but that's one terrorist organization, social media. I think if you check their mental state, I believe 85% of these people are mad.
Wonderful people, viewers and subscribers, you're welcome back again on this platform where we tell you undiluted truth. 2 days ago, I came across a video where the Sokoto Caliphate, in the person of the Sultan of Sokoto, called social media a terrorist organization. Listen to this.
Whether you are Fulani, whether you are Kanuri, you are Hausa, you are Igbo, you are Yoruba, a criminal is a criminal. Give him his name and deal with him based on that level. If you say all Fulani are criminal, then I am one. I am the leader of Fulani in this part of the world. Unless you say I'm also a criminal or a bandit, a kidnapper. But these are issues that we need to talk about. We don't throw our ethnic backgrounds, no. We are proud of that. Almighty Allah brought us into the world with that. So we have no problem with that. I'm a very, very proud Fulani person. I think everywhere all over the world, whether it's Washington, whether I've said it, people don't know what Fulani is, please read books. People don't know what Kanuri, read books. Everything is there. And that's why we thank the government for bringing back history. Some of us try to close the history books as though history does not exist. You can't erase history. You can't. What happened has happened, and it's there written. You can't come and through social media, but that's one terrorist organization, social media. Social media is a terrorist organization. What they do, somebody sit in his comfort room and formulate stories, and you will swear that it's true. So, social media is a terrorist organization that we must deal with. Security agencies must deal with this terrorist organization called social media. So we're not happy with what's been happening either on the plateau or other places. There are other video clips of recent that we saw of so-called malams killing innocent children because they are abusers. How on earth can any person claim he's doing it on behalf of Islam? It's not Islam. It's tyranny. It's madness. And such people must be dealt with. The same people, if caught, they should be brought to the public square and caned 100 times for everybody to see that if they cane those children, they are also caned. We don't support that. What we will do in our closed session, we'll discuss about this issue. For traditional leaders, some of us in various places, we engage the ulama and other stakeholders and all the school proprietors. What do we need to do so that nonsense cannot continue to go on? If need be, we should be able to close down some of those schools and also take some of the schools to court. We'll discuss it in closed session. How do we go about it? But I believe one of the ways is for us to take it up personally in our various emirates, in our chiefdoms and whatever. See how we can bring some of these issues to an end, because it's very embarrassing to see such people. I think if you check their mental state, I believe 85% of these people are mad.
Good. Now, I want to ask him a very direct question, because it seems that these guys are so bold to do anything and get away with it. Mr. Sultan of Sokoto, pardon my arrogance as you may see it. How many times have you condemned the killing happening across Nigeria by your kinsmen? Tell me, as educated as you are, as exposed as you claim, if you guys do not have any hidden agenda to grab people's land and take that as yours, where in the world do you still see people marauding cows like your kinsmen does in Nigeria today, with all the killings that goes with it? Answer this question or put your face to shame, because it seems all of this political class, they don't dare to, speak up to you, but the people will. Nigerians have woken up to your agenda. And in case you have forgotten, one of yours made it known to Nigerian people through this old video.
And of course, we will try more to cultivate that culture in our people, while at the same time bringing the Fulanis in one fold and try to arrest their traditional practice of moving from one place to the other. And that is very big, an uphill task. But I think we can communicate with them more, because to them they don't have borders from Cameroon to Nigeria.
But that's the thing, Your Excellency. How do we ensure that those who will be participating in this federal government largely funded program will be Nigerians?
In terms of the funding?
No, in terms of
the operations.
You said to bring in the Fulanis together. We have Fulanis from other countries.
The issue
well.
of misconception, I said there is a lot of mistrust and misconception with regards to the Fulani man. The Fulani man is a global or an African person. He moves from the Gambia, from Senegal, and his nationality is just a Fulani man. And as a person, I may have my relations in the Cameroon, but they are also Fulani men. I have relations because from the maternal side, I'm a Fulani man. And that is why we want to educate people. A Fulani man sees himself as a Bayelsan, as somebody coming from the Niger Delta, because he speaks the Niger Delta language, which you and I don't. And of course, we would have to just take this as part of our own heritage, something that is African, and that we cannot just close the border and say the Fulani man is just a Nigerian or this. No. In most cases, the crises are precipitated by those outside Nigeria. When there is a reprisal, it is not the Fulani man within Nigeria that causes it. It is that culture of getting revenge, which is embedded in the tradition of the Fulani man, that attracts reprisal from all over the world.
If I understand it, does that mean that those Fulani men who are maybe domiciled in other countries, who move around, they can come into the country and this plan will accommodate them as well?
Yes, that's what we want to do. But it has to be done through sensitization, telling them you have to buy in the project, and you use the language, the culture itself to be able to convince them, away from the mistrust where the whole system of transhumance or pastoralism is criminalized. Criminalization of pastoralism is the problem that we have with this project, and it requires people with passion who understand them and who they believe in, people like us from that part of the country, to say yes, we have this. Because today there is no limit to the accusation that this and that has happened and it is the Fulani man who caused it. There is no tribe that is not that you don't have this criminality in, but certainly the way and manner we do it is really excavating the crisis and the problems.
Will there be any form of documentation of all the people that will be,
yes, we are
within that?
Oh yes, that is going to give Nigeria the opportunity to really have the best in terms of documentation in the demographics, because as I said, the Fulani man settles anywhere he can feed his cattle. And so if they are put in one place and they are made to understand that this is to save them and their animals, they are exposed to the vagaries of the forest and what is going on, cattle rustling, killings and what have you, and that's why it is important for them to understand that staying in one place is good. And of course, in terms of the best practice of carrying the meat, the cows and the
let's stay with that security angle for a bit. Is there going to be this plan going to be a fenced enclosure where anyone who comes in is secured, so there is no one that can just come in from anywhere else?
No. It is going to be a colony, and a colony does not require a fence.
You will understand
the reason.
You will understand the reason why people are concerned, because of all the security issues that have been happening over time. So if that's...
These forests are there anyway. If you don't occupy them and create a colony out of them, they create places for the criminals. Yeah. And today, that's why you have the Sambisa forest, because it is not being utilized.
But Your Excellency, much as yes, I mean, they are fantastic. We have met a lot of them who are Fulanis as well. But the concern too is, why should federal government use resources for this country to accommodate Fulani men who are not Nigerians?
You see, as I said, we are already accommodating them. Do you delineate and then really know who is not a Fulani man from Nigeria? They are all Nigerians, because I said their identity, their own citizenship is Nigerian, even though they have We have relations all over the world, all over Africa. And so, presumably they are Nigerians. I think you get me. That is the misunderstanding. They move from one place to the other, and they have relations, kith and kins in all the parts of the country and even outside the country. So that is why our own population is fluid. You can certainly not say this is the population of Nigeria.
So this issue,
and that is still the governor of Bauchi State till today. If he can say that, tell me what is the guarantee that these people are Nigerians? One, they are not Nigerians, including yourself. You guys are invaders. You are not indigenous people in this country. Nigerian people have been so magnanimous enough to accommodate Fulanis in Nigeria. Tell me anywhere in Africa where you guys are being accommodated in this way. But what do Nigerian people get? What do indigenous people in Nigeria get? Let me just use that because that is the better way. Because nobody is a Nigerian in the first instance, if not for the concussion of British Empire. The indigenous people trapped in Nigeria today have accommodated you guys enough. Just take a look at what is happening in Benue State, and this is just one of the videos.
So this is the situation though. This is how they have been coming since morning. And all the headers, the ones in charge of the cows, all of them have AK-47. I can't, it's dangerous to go near. And this other group that will come on, pass on top of bike. Everybody will carrying guns. They say they are going to chill to change. They are going to chill. It doesn't really make sense. If they go to Chilu, if they finish from Chilu now, it's not so German, it's Fulani man. If they finish from there now, we don't just feel comfortable at all, sir. It's risky. It's a long queue.
You see that? Tell me where people are so proud to maroon card with sophisticated weapons. For what purpose? And they will even have the audacity to threaten everyone in the name of press conference, just as this.
We demand the immediate removal of Commander Sector 5 Operation Safe Haven, Bokos Colonel Dauda Majem, for bias, unprofessional military conduct, inciting violence, inciting religious intolerance and bigotry, incompetence and violation of military ethics and constitutional provisions. We are demanding for the disbandment of the notorious and anti-Fulani squad, the state security outfit codenamed Operation Rainbow, arrest and prosecute her operatives involved in killing, maiming, arresting and displacing Fulani communities in Bokos local government.
Tell me who will do this and the next day they will not be picked up. It is only the Fulanis that will stand in front of cameras to give press statement by threatening that the killing will not stop if their conditions are not met. Who does that? If not only in Nigeria. I want to tell Nigerian people, the indigenous people in Nigeria, hear this. Nobody is coming to save you because your government is compromised. Whether it is the agreement with the British Empire, the owners of Nigeria, to give the Fulanese your land as a heritage in order to be able to exploit or explore your resources. If that is not the case, tell me why your government will be so mute. When Buhari was there, people thought that because he's a Fulani man, he did nothing about it. Now Tinubu is there, what is happening? Has anything changed? No. They flaunt the proceeds of their hunting jobs, as they may call them, and even appreciate the president for giving them the conducive environment, as they say though, or interpreted though, because me, I know they hear their language. That is what I was told. As alleged. Well, let me just keep it at this and have your opinion on this. I just hope Nigerian people will make this video go viral because they don't know the depth of what these guys have in their coffers. And the only thing that follows is blood, death, sorrow, and pain. Nobody's coming to save you but yourself. Save yourself or you get wiped out, because that is their mission. I'm telling you honestly, save yourselves, protect your land, protect your families. Nobody's now talking about farmland. Well, we'll revisit the issue of open grazing and why the government is still decided about it, not care about ending open grazing, because that is the gateway to all of this carnage. I'm Sultan Peters, your advocate for good governance. I've said, I've delivered the message. Let every Nigerian, indigenous people in Nigeria, get this message. Bye-bye for now. GGN, uniting the people for good governance.